My name is Rupande Mehta, and I am the founder of the SAR Foundation. SAR Foundation started in November of 2016 as a way to help people affected by violence. It is a way to bring a multi-pronged approach into society to help abusers, to help victims, as well as introduce the topic of abuse to children. My story begins in India. When I was 5 years old, I was abused by a man who was much older than me. It began as harmless play. It started as a way for me to go and see his granddaughter, and when his granddaughter would go to school, I wasn't allowed to leave. I had to stay behind and see some of the toys that only he could share with me. One thing led to another, and eventually he molested me. I was 5, I had no idea about what was going on, but I did know that I could not tell anybody. I could not tell anybody, not just because of what was happening, but also because I had very traditional parents. My alpha male family was always holding women back, was always restricting women, was always placing restrictions of different kinds of women in my society. My father is very protective, and he's very controlling. Over the years, he controlled not just his sisters, but he also controlled my mother, and he also controlled me. I don't wish to sound like I hate my father, because I don't. I love him very much. And he always did what was best for me, or what he thought was best for me. But in the process of doing what he thought was best for me, he and my mother harmed me to the point of destruction. As I got older, the one thing that I will say about myself is that I internalized all the abuse. I internalized what happened to me at 5, I internalized what happened to me at 15, at 20. I never talked about it. So much so that when I turn around now and I start talking about it, people are shocked. People in my family are shocked. My brother is shocked. Nobody knew what was happening. I never spoke about it. I did not speak about it because I was ashamed. And shame makes you do some very crazy things. It makes you indulge in self-destructive behavior. It makes you hide from things. It makes you scared. It makes you angry. Growing up, I was always afraid. There was not a moment in my life when I remember when I was not scared. I was scared of my father. I was scared of my mother. I was scared of what would happen next. I was scared of what would happen if I broke a rule. I was scared when he walked through the door after working all day because I did not know what would set him off. My parents always found out that I had boyfriends. And when they did, it was not a good thing for me because I was beaten. I was beaten, I was kicked, I was strangled. They did everything they could to make sure that I would be a good girl. They tried to discourage me. They tried to threaten me. They tried to tell me that they will kill me. Well, they told me that they would kill me if I didn't correct my ways. My father's favorite line was, "I gave you life, I can take it away." And I knew he was serious because I think I was 12 years old when I had my first boyfriend. He was the love of my life. He was everything that a 12-year-old girl would want. One day we were walking around on the road, not holding hands or anything, just walking around, spending some time together. I turned to my right and I saw this white car speeding towards me. At first I thought maybe it wasn't my father, it was somebody else, but then I realized that it was him because I saw the license plate. I did not know what he was going to do next. I don't think he knew what he was going to do next. But regardless, we weren't prepared of what he did next. He knocked me on the ground. the full speeding car coming towards me, and I lay on the ground with my knee bleeding. He got out of the car, grabbed my boyfriend, threw him against the wall on the side of the road, started hitting him in full view of everybody, spewing obscenities, basically telling him, "Don't come near my daughter again, otherwise I will kill you both." Physical abuse was one thing, but I always lived with the fear of emotional abuse as well. I was a punching bag for my parents. They could say whatever they wanted to me because I was a girl.